Hello everyone, in this video we're going to go over a step-by-step on how to submit a web form to IRCC. This video is for people who have submitted an application to IRCC but they have forgotten to attach one of the required documents. So let's say that you have submitted a postgraduate work permit application to IRCC but you have forgotten to attach your IELTS result or any other language proficiency documents that you have. You have forgotten to attach that document to your application, and now you want to know how you can submit that document to IRCC and fix your mistake. If you have forgotten to attach a required document to your application, you have to submit a web form. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can do that. You have to go to IRCC web form website. I have already included the link for this page in the bio, but if the link doesn't work or if you cannot find the link, you can just go on Google and type IRCC web form. The first link that pops up, this one right here, is the one that you want to click on, and it's going to bring you to this page. And as I mentioned, I have already included the link for this page in the bio. When you're here, you want to scroll down. The first one right here, this is the one that you want to click on, update or ask about your application. Again, this video is for people who have forgotten to submit a required document with their application. So you want to go ahead and click on update or ask about your application button right here, this one. When you're here, you want to scroll down. This one right here, add a document to your application. This is the one that you want to click on. You want to go ahead and click on continue to form. Under the add document to your application, this is the one that you want to click on, and then it's going to start asking you some questions. We're going to go over these questions one by one together. First, it's asking, who are you? I'm going to go ahead and say I'm the principal applicant. I'm the person who applied. I'm the person who submitted the application. So it's going to be this option right here. I'm the principal applicant. Then you want to go ahead and click on continue to form. Then it's going to ask me to enter some other information about myself, like my first name. Make sure you enter these information exactly as it's shown on the application that you've submitted. So I'm going to go ahead and say my name is Music. And then it's asking for my last name. I'm going to go ahead and say it's Ross. And then it's asking for my email address. I'm going to go ahead and say my email address is, this is my email address. Then I have to go ahead and confirm my email address. Then it's going to ask for my date of birth. Again, make sure these information that you're entering, your full name, your first name, your last name, all these information, and even your email address, try to make sure that they all match with the application that you've submitted. Then it's asking for the date of birth. I'm going to go ahead and say I was born in 1966. Month was August. Day was 3rd of August. And then it's asking for the country of birth. I'm going to go ahead and pick my country of birth. Then it's going to ask me to enter my application number. Go ahead and enter the application number that you have. Again, it's got to be the same application number that you are trying to add documents to. So if you send an application for postgraduate work permit and you didn't attach your proof of language proficiency, you got to make sure you enter the application number for that postgraduate work permit application. So go ahead and enter that application number here. I'm going to go ahead and say the application number is, I'm going to go ahead and say the application number is this. I'm going to go ahead and say this is my application number. Then it's asking, what did you apply for? So depending on what you applied for, you can go ahead and pick that option here. If you applied for citizenship and you forgot to attach a document, you want to go ahead and click the citizenship option here. If you applied for permanent resident travel document, if you are applied for permanent resident card, depending on what you applied for, you want to go ahead and click the option here. If you applied for permanent resident card, you want to go ahead and pick that. If you applied for permanent residency and you forgot to attach a document, you want to go ahead and pick that. I'm going to go ahead and say I applied for postgraduate work permit, which is a work permit after you finish your studies in Canada. So work permit, a study permit, visitor visa, they all fall under temporary residence. Again, I'm applying for a work permit after finishing my studies in Canada, which is called PGWP. So it falls under temporary residence. I'm going to go ahead and pick that. And when I pick that option, then it's going to ask me what application did you submit. Again, I applied for work permit, so I'm going to go ahead and click on work permit. Then it's asking for my UCI. I'm going to go ahead and say my UCI is this. And then it's asking me what country or territory were you living in when you submitted your application. I'm going to go ahead and say it was Canada. Then it's asking me the nationality that is listed on your passport you used to apply. I am going to go ahead and say I used a passport from Turkey. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that. Then it's asking for your passport number. I'm going to go ahead and say my passport number is this. Oops. Then it's asking the country or territory on the passport that you use for the application. These information can be found on your passport. So just take a look at your passport and go ahead and enter the information that are on your passport here in these boxes. These boxes can be easily filled out by just looking at your passport. Then it's asking, how did you submit your application? I'm going to go ahead and say online. Next question, did we ask you to add the document to your application? If they haven't asked you to add it yet, you want to go ahead and say, no, I want to add the document to support or complete my application. If they have, you want to go ahead and click on the yes option right here. Yes, you asked me to add the document. For the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and say, no, they didn't ask me, but I want to add the document to support, to complete my application. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the no option right here. Then it's asking me to explain in this text box right here, first, what document I'm adding, and then second, why I'm adding this. So let's say that I'm adding my language proficiency, proof of my language proficiency, right? And that is one of the required documents. So I'm going to go ahead and say, I'm adding my IELTS results, or if you have results, or any other proof of language proficiency that you have, which is a requirement, which is a required document for my PGWP application, or any other explanation, or any other explanation that you want to let IRCC know. So you can just say, I'm adding my IELTS result, which is a required document for my PGWP application. You can also say, I forgot to add it when I was, you can also say, I forgot to attach that document. I forgot to attach my proof of language proficiency when I was submitting my application. So I'm submitting my application. So I'm submitting it now. So and or any other explanation that you want IRCC to know. Again, I'm just giving you an example. You do not have to type this. You can just go ahead and type your own explanation, but make sure you let them know first what documents you're attaching and why you're attaching it. You need to let them know about that. Here I said that first I want to attach this document, and when, for the why you want to attach this document, I said it's a required document that I forgot to attach when I was submitting my application. So make sure you let them know first which document it is, and second, why you're adding that document. Then you want to scroll down. You want to go ahead and attach the document that you forgot to send with your application here. I'm going to go ahead and attach a document for an example just to show you how you should do it. So I'm going to go ahead and say this is the document that I forgot to submit. This is the proof of my language proficiency that I forgot to submit, or this is any other document that you forgot to submit to IRCC. And then after you attach it, you want to go ahead and click on the upload button right here. Okay, it says that the document can be larger than 2, so I'm just going to go ahead and pick something else. So make sure you do meet these requirements, because if you don't, as you can see, you're going to get an error. Uploaded the document. Again, this is just an example. You got to make sure you attach the right document. You gotta attach the document that you forgot to send to IRCC. And then after you attach the document, again, make sure you meet these requirements. If you don't, as you saw, you will get an error and it's not gonna let you attach the document. If you do it right, you're gonna see the attachment here. You're gonna see the attachment right here. And when it's attached, you can just scroll down. You got to go ahead and click on this box right here. I've read and understand the above disclaimer. Go ahead and check that. Then you want to go ahead and click on the review your request. And then it's going to bring you here. This is the summary of everything you've entered. This is the document you've added. These are the information that you've entered. You want to go over them and make sure that you've entered everything correctly. And then after you're done, you want to go ahead and click on the submit your request button right here. And that's how you add a document to your application. Hope this video helped. Don't forget to like and subscribe.